My expectation is you commit to what you said you were gonna do.
Just do it. Do it like it's never been done before. Just do it. Do it like the moment's fire.
Let's give it up for our closing colleagues there, Melissa Sledz!
Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Steve Holbrook. We're here at the office. I'm super excited for today's episode. We're gonna talk a lot about mindset. We're gonna talk a lot about perspective, but most importantly, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. You get people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. The definition of a leader, in my opinion, is your ability to get somebody to do something that they wouldn't do without you. You can challenge somebody when you have trust. Because if you're gonna be bold with somebody and you're gonna make a statement and you're gonna challenge them and you're gonna push them, if they don't trust you, they just think you're an asshole. You gotta find the 30 seconds of your story that applies to them and tell that part of your story. That's the start of building that relationship, that trust. You ask them questions. You might even empathize with them a little bit. Yeah, you know what, I understand where you're coming from. It's a tough job market. I feel your pain. How long you been at work? 4 months. How has that affected your financial situation? I'm sure that's caused some stress in the home. I totally get it. I've been there. Great. So let's talk about this opportunity. Let's talk about what this opportunity has done for me, but more importantly, what it could potentially do for you. The questions I ask you in the first 5 to 7 is how I tailor my presentation right after that. So they're telling me all their problems, and then I'm presenting my opportunity in a way that's gonna solve all their problems. And at the end, I'm gonna ask them, or they're gonna get the feeling from me, or I'm gonna ask them the question of, if not this, then what? Like what else is there? Yeah. And then I'm gonna remind them that not only do they get this great opportunity, this great platform, but you also get me, Christine, you get me. And I'm not sure when the last time you had a mentor or a coach or a leader, but you don't need to worry about being me or beating me. You have me. I'm a part of your team. So you get to be in business by yourself, but you're not in business for yourself. Is that something that you'd be interested in? Yeah. All right. Listen, if I let you do this, if I gave you a shot here, what would be your compelling reason to do it? Well, let me tell you about our team. We hold ourselves to high standards. We have 5 core values. How do you think you'd be an asset to our team? So you build as much rapport in as short a period of time as possible. That is the skill that's learned. That one right there, building rapport, asking questions, building the trust right away. Cutting right to the chase. And then you're both figuring out if this is an opportunity that would be a fit. If they think they might be a fit, then you got some questions for them. And sometimes you just cut them loose. You say, listen, you know what? I just don't think the opportunity is a fit at this time, but I really appreciate you being on the call.
You know, when I think about wanting to be in the NHL, it wasn't to become a millionaire. It was to be a part of something big, right? To do something significant and be recognized amongst my peers. And this is really what you have the opportunity to go and do here. But how do we get from part-time to full-time? Well, it's very simple, guys. We need to have a routine that's gonna serve us, where we're gonna go and move our business forward every single day. If you don't know what your routine is running you and you're not running your routine. I mean, I look at some people that are winning on a part-time basis, and why are they winning? It's because, you know, they have a full-time job, and then they come home and they go on appointments for a couple hours in the evenings. And they do that consistently, and some people are full-time and they don't even go on appointments every day. And that's the main difference. The only shortcut here is to get into the field and get in front of families and share about what it is that we do. So what's your routine? I remember Steve telling me that and Mylette told him was, you just put everything you need to do in your schedule, and you do everything that's in your schedule, and you're gonna win here. It's crazy how simple it is, yet it's harder than it appears.
Obsession with your calendar. Your mindset needs to be, I am obsessed with my calendar. You should have a relationship with your calendar. If you're gonna have an affair with your calendar, not with somebody actually. There's just 2 rules. Rule 1 is everything goes in your calendar. And rule 2 is you do everything in your calendar. Wait a minute, what was the secret again, Steve? Yeah, everything goes in your calendar and you do everything that is in your calendar. White space should drive you crazy in your calendar. If you have a bunch of 2 or 3 hour slots where there's nothing booked, you are scatterbrained, you're inefficient, you're doing a lot of things, not getting the results that you want. You're just not efficient. You're burning fuel, way too much fuel. You're making this look hard, harder than it needs to be. You can't have 2 or 3 hour slot in your day where there's nothing to be accounted for. Physical activity is in line with me being in the best shape of my life by 40. That goes in my calendar. Next. Time with my 2 daughters. Yeah, that's gotta be in there. That goes in there. Oh, date night with my wife. Yeah, this is gonna be a hot one, right? It's gonna be a steamy night. Boom, put it in the calendar. Hey, hon, booked us a date night 4 hours next Friday. Or do you just try and like find time in your white space? The goal is no white space. No white space, none. The problem with white space is that we're emotional creatures. You can't trust yourself enough to be in the right mood to do what you need to do with white space. Like if your day consists of you wake up, you go, well, I should make 5 calls. I should call my teammates. I should be on 6 meetings this week. And that's your goal for the day. You're not gonna do any of that stuff. Or if you do it, you'll do it half-ass. You got to set the expectation. So you build you get a vision of what you want your life to start to look like. You back engineer it. You put everything important in your calendar and you do everything in your calendar. Well, Steve, I'm burned out. Well, let me see your calendar. There's not enough personal time in there. It's all work. It's 16 hours a day of work. I'd be burnt out too. Where's your personal development time? Where's your physical fitness time? Well, sometimes I just feel like crying. Well, then schedule time to cry. Hour and a half, Friday afternoon, cry. Call Steve, then cry. Hopefully not because of me. This has more to do with your mindset than your actually ability to do the business. You do need to increase your ability to do the business, but it all starts with your mindset, and that's gonna carry you through. So, you guys good? Okay, guys, I appreciate you guys. Have an awesome night. Thanks so much. Redo your calendar like we talked about. Book a time with me. I want to see it. Perfect. And then I'll hold you accountable. Sounds good. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, thanks, Brady.
I barely do.
Okay, just tell the camera that you want one of these.
I really want one of those. I got to earn it, though.
Oh my gosh.
Let's give it up for our closing speaker, Melissa Sledz!
If I wish I knew what I knew then, or whatever the question is, I would have focused more on personal development consistently. Guys, I want you to hear me. Personal development is not a choice like when you feel like it. It's an everyday thing, right? Just like my marriage is an everyday thing. I don't get to just choose when I feel like investing in my marriage. I invest in it every single day, right? Just like my attention to my kids and all these areas of our life. So guys, it's not just a choice of when you feel like it or when you don't. It's an everyday thing. Personal development is the magic bullet. You guys are like looking around like, where's the secret? Where's the key? Where's like, how can I like fire myself up? How can I get this thing going, right? And you know what's really sad? I had this chat with Jen at lunch. People are some people are waiting around for like me to call them and like get them excited. Like you need a grown man or a woman to call you, to fire you up, to get on the phone, to go after your dreams, to go after your goals, to get you excited about your life. Probably because you're not spending any time on you, right? Personal development is the key. You got to work on you. You got to work on you. If you're not working on yourself, I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to grow in the business. Personal growth is deciding that you are worth the investment in yourself. Not someone else telling you to go do this, do that, do this, do that. It's an everyday thing. I want you guys to decide that you are worth it. And I promise you, you hang around long enough, you stay consistent, and things will start to change. Thank you.
Woo! Wow, okay. Yes, sir, right after the Duke Holbrook. Okay, all right. All right, if you are in this meeting, you are in the Holbrook Base Shop wrap-up meeting. This is the #1 base shop in Canada, soon to be the #1 base shop in the entire company. Look, it's October 21st. We got 10 days left in the month. You should feel a little bit of pressure. You should feel like the month is closing in on you. People say, Steve, I don't know what to do. The month is closing in on me. Yeah, it is closing in on you. There is pressure. There is stress. It's called life. Life adds stress at times. Life has anxiety at times. Life has a way of throwing us a curveball. But you know what the champions do? The champions know how to keep things in perspective. The month is coming to an end. There's going to be bills. Look, you're going to be pressure under licensing. You got to keep things in perspective. This is a business. This is a game. You're not going to die for missing your goals. You're not going to die from not making the money that you were supposed to, or from the calls you didn't make. But you got to keep fighting hard, and you got to stay consistent. Man, a decade ago, I was done playing small. I was tired of being underestimated. I was tired of being picked growing up last for every team. Whether it was Red Rover in the school recess, or whether it was hockey Division 8 out of 8 divisions. Picked last for every team growing up. And now here we are, and this team is on the move. When the whole world is slowing down, when the whole world is waiting for handout checks from the government, when the whole world is worried about their job and their debt, and everybody's stressed, everybody's in crisis mode. Here we are. We're speeding up. We're building leaders like Don Young and Calista Levac and Terry Elm and Fatima Rahimi. But it starts today. If you want to be a part of that, it starts today. You need to make a decision that you're going to be a part of it. My expectation is you commit to what you said you were going to do. And if we all commit to what we say we're going to do, can you imagine what this team is going to look like? Forget 5 years. Man, 5 months. Choose success. Choose to move forward. And choose to be a winner. I appreciate you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate you for being on. But it starts right now. What are you going to do with the next 10 days of your month? That's going to lead to a strong finish of the year. And I don't know about you, but I'm setting myself up for 2021. This was already the best year of my life. 2021 is going to be 10x that. So I appreciate you guys for being on this call. I love you all. You're a part of the greatest team, the greatest movement in business, period. And you're going to see one day exactly what I see, and you're going to be like, holy crap. I can't believe I waited so long to get this thing going. I can't believe it took me so long to get licensed. I wish I would have started sooner. I wish I would have got going sooner. I wish I would have started to build a team quicker. But that's okay. Don't worry about quicker. Just worry about lasting long term and being here and sticking with it and being a part of it. So I love everybody on this call. We'll see you soon and have a great night. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Look, we talked a lot about mindset. We talked a lot about perspective. And I hope you guys got some value. So please take a minute, subscribe, like, share, send it to people that you love and care about. And we're excited to see you next week. Thanks, everybody.